And first, I'm happy to see someone today in the room who is a Yash. Basically, he's thinking, Yash, this is not a 7 p.m. show. This is an early morning show.
Today, day 01 for me.
Uh,
Okay, Santosh, are you recording the meeting or?
why is there is an echo?
Echo from Faisal's side, I think so.
Faisal, there is no mastermind. You don't log into multiple
No,
screens.
I have only one. I have only one. Still there. There's no echo from my talk, right? Echo coming from someone else speaks.
I think Faisal, Yash only.
Yeah.
Yes,
Eh?
Yash, are you sure you did not log out from my empowerment talks last night? Maybe by chance, early morning, you're thinking that this empowerment talks, you log into empowerment talks ID. Okay. It's it's a great pleasure, guys, because first time in life I've been given a chance to speak loud. Otherwise, by this time, Jayesh would be sending message me saying, Santosh, Jai Shri Rajendran. Echo from the universe. That is true, Syed Harris, the master of the game changer. If Faisal is a game changer, Syed is basically master of the game changer.
Ah, mm,
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I had to mute you guys. And today I'm allowed to say guys also because otherwise Jayshree will tell me don't use guys. We have to say ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Very good morning to you all, my 5am family. You see my face every day morning, at least once or twice during the weekend. It's Fridays and Saturdays. And I was sitting in the same place exactly 100 days before, not wearing a white t-shirt because I was not knowing what to wear. And I was in half sleep because somebody told me from tomorrow we are going to start the 5 a.m. club, so let's join Santosh. And I was thinking what to do, and not even with kind of a 1% of interest and 99% of just kind of obligation, because I had promised on the empowerment talks that I'm going to be part of the whole 5 a.m. rituals. So I was sitting. But today I'm sitting with 100% of interest, 100% of passion, and 100% of dedication here. And it gives me a lot of pleasure to be sitting here with all of you people. And that day I knew hardly one or two faces. So today I'm fortunate to say that I know at least 50, 60 people in the room. That day I didn't had one single contact by the name 5 a.m. club. Today I have more than at least 400 contacts, I believe, or at least 300 contacts by the name of 5 a.m. club. So these are some of the very basic differences this 5 a.m. club has made difference in my life. And yes, I welcome to you for the 100-day celebration. And yesterday we celebrated opening the session with the 100-day celebration, but officially it is not 100 days, but today it's absolutely 100 days. So today we can say it's 100 days, and I'm sure that for Pfizer and some people it's more than 100 days because they started even before the 100 days episode. So we started the amazing session yesterday, and we had an extended session until 3 hours almost, and we are still not closing to. We are not to kind of ready to go out of the room, and that is the kind of a bonding this whole 5 a.m. family has created. The time we meet, and we don't even want to be separated from each other even at the end of the session. There are so many people who joined in the journey, made difference to themselves and made difference to other people. And I'm just making sure everybody's. So that's it. Of course, everything started with one conversation between Faisal and Yash, and that started empowerment talks. And from empowerment talks, Faisal was attending a 5 a.m. club, and he thought, why only do me? So he wanted to give it to some other people, and he started this 5 a.m. community. And today, this community is more than 300 people. who are attending every day across both Arabic and English and other platforms. And so nice to see people from India, people from other parts of GCC, and people from other parts of the world still logged into the system, and they are here. So what we do in 5am Club, if there are any guests here, just for the benefits of the guest, I'm going to tell what exactly the 5am is. We wake up early morning to practice the best rituals of the people, of successful people do, and that's basically called morning rituals or morning habits. And that starts with affirmation, gratitude, to-do list, meditation, and much more things. So we added a lot more things later. And yesterday I was even looking at the poster of the first episode and the PPT of the first episode, and it was looking like I knew that Jayashi was working previous night of that episode, working on the PPT, and we didn't know what to present and how to present probably, and what kind of a poster to do. And today we are here. I'm sure there are more than at least 80, 90 PowerPoint presentations has been prepared by different people in different ways and different styles. So it has made a huge difference to most of the people sitting here. You know what difference it has made to you. In a very simple way, many of you know my story. I was not a guy who used to wake up 5 a.m. But today, no matter what, every day I wake up at 4:30. I used to sleep at 4:30, and these days I wake up at 4:30. So that's one of the major benefits. Now, coming back to the person, of course, I can't say anything much more. I don't need to introduce him. His name himself is a huge introduction in not only in the 5am Club but across all the platforms he has been started. That's Empowerment Talks, 5am Club, then eBookery, English, eBookery Malayalam, and there is what else is there? There's Empowerment Talk Young, and you have Mastermind. There's one mastermind, there's two mastermind, there's a third mastermind coming. So this guy is a mastermind. His job is to create different things, and he doesn't take not even 1 minute or probably less than 1 hour to create something new. He feels like doing something, and the first thing he says, okay, Santosh, let's do now. He's not the person saying sitting and planning and thinking of something tomorrow. He said, let's do it now. So without taking much time, I'm sure you would like to hear from this guy. Faisal, I don't want to give too much of introduction to you. You have been such a great human being, making difference to so many people's life. And thanks for coming into my life. You have made huge difference. We hardly knew each other when we first met, apart from the Toastmasters. So I welcome you, Faisal Ibrahim, and the stage is yours. And we would like to hear from you absolutely on this vacation of 100 days.
Thank you so much, Sandosh. Great team member. That's what I would like to be called. So, good morning, everyone. It is absolute pleasure. It's my greatest honor to invite you all to this 100 days of 5M Club celebrations. Yeah, this conversation who changed hundreds of people's life. It's absolute pleasure. For me, one is welcoming you all to this powerful conversations, and the second one is giving thanks to the people who stood with me from the beginning till now. So let me thank everyone who joined in the beginning and started making difference in others' life. So each and everyone who invited someone and made this club, made this community to a bigger, let me thank them first, because they believed in this concept, they felt the difference, then they started touching others' life. So let me thank you first for creating this wonderful community. Like yesterday, even after 7:30, people were not ready to go. We were staying until 9 o'clock. And I said, let me close it because I need to stop. Then I closed until I think 9:30. So there are 40 plus people were still available. So this conversation is really, really powerful because it's the early morning and there is no hidden agenda. It came with a pure love care, compassion, and understanding the current situation. This is what we are all going through. So we can all give a small helping hands to each other. That's what we did it. So I would like to thank few people, especially in the beginning. One is Fahanas, who I started the conversation with for the early stage of starting something new. So he is my accountability partner for a couple of months, not months, it's almost in a year. So he's an entrepreneur based in Dubai, and he's the one really triggered me to go bigger, because he always tell go, go. That's what he always told me. And then Yash, the person who stood with me from the beginning till today and continuing forever, together, the very young, enthusiastic human being who made me to go big miles because of his greatest support. So I thank you for standing with me, being together, supporting each other, and giving this complete freedom to run the show. Then all the team members, who starting from Dr. Smita, and one of the greatest person is Prashant and Taki. These three people, the pillars of the beginning, because I know I can't do it alone, because I've done several things alone. But I always believe being a team member makes me more strong, and I can go beyond the limits. So these three people who helped me to create the structure, who uh, created the foundation. So I remembering you, three of you, Dr. Smita, Prashant is a person I have no words, because he is a soul with a love. You know, you cannot find anything. We can through his heart through his eyes, his mind through his eyes. Very selfless, pure soul. One of the greatest human being I've met in my life. I have a tears in my eyes. Okay, let me remove my specs. So that is Prashant for me. He's there with his dad now. So, Dad, I'm so grateful to you to bringing Prashant to our life, and he is one of the best person I met in my life. Then definitely, people like Taki. No words to explain him. Priceless guy. He always want to grow. He always want to make a difference. He always want to speak. He always want to touch people. He always want to move people. So Taki, your absolute honor and pleasure to be around with you. And these two souls, Sandosh and Jayashree. I don't know where is Jayashree. I can't find you. And you should be talking behalf of him, because she did everything for this 5am club. Because when this takeoff happened, then the real show is how to run every day. Like after 10 days, I was thinking, really, every day? Maybe I'll take a break for 1 week, then I'll start again. Then I usually ask Jesse, are you coming tomorrow? That if you come, I will join. That was okay. And she always told me, okay, I'll continue until 21 days. Let me break my chain. Without breaking the chain, let me run the show. Then let's see how do I progress. So she stood with me. So I'm remembering you as well. And Sandosh, this big crowd, this big transformation happened in many people's life, because you were consistent. For me, I just relied on you, and I never asked you what happened. I mean, I know that things are happening very professionally, very organically, very organized way. So I really bow my head and giving a lot of gratitude to you to have this enthusiasm, zeal until today, and it is forever as well. And all the leaders, I don't know, I can't remember everyone's name, but each and every one who stood with me in this journey, you are extraordinary. Jai Shri Vijay Kumar, Rama sir. I would like to remember one person now, Sabida. Sabida is the first person who joined the 5am club. And the moment I created a WhatsApp group, and I said, Sabida, I'm going to start on, I think, 20th of May. I said in my small groups, I'm going to start a 5am club. Would you want to join? And she said, what is a 5 a.m. club? So we'll wake up in the morning. We'll come together in a Zoom call. We will practice the daily disciplines who practiced by the most successful people in the world. So who are these most successful people? The most successful, either they are intellectually bright. They know, the whole world know about them. They are so successful because of their intentions, because of their true potential, because of their mind. Who is the successful person? Definitely, even money will not come without a pure heart. You know, that money flows when you really attract that energy, the positive energy. That all the billionaires, they have a morning rituals. So this is what we are going to practice. So then we read about this 5 a.m. club. We understood this concept. When we do consistently these things, it may bore you, but let me tell you, these things, these daily habits and rituals, if you continuously doing it without feeling that boring in your life, like doing a gratitude, just telling your dad and mother, just telling the universe, just telling your family, thank you, that serotonin and all the positive hormone will be triggered, and it will help you to stay focused, stay energetic every single moment. So that was the first thing. And definitely having a goal, structured way of being, that will makes you live a purposeful life. That was missing in most of the people life. We are not living a purposeful life. We are just living the life which comes to naturally, the flow. We are living on the flow. So having a goal, reminding ourselves to stay in the goal, that will help us to stay in the game. So that was the second habit. And the third one is recollection. We just need to go back to our yesterday and make sure who you were yesterday, you are not here today. You are step ahead. So we do a journaling, which is called a recollection and brain gym. We review our yesterday from beginning till end. That was the third step. Then we do a to-do list, because most of the time many people, they get motivated from the many different sources, but action missing. So the actions comes from to-do list, structured plan for what you're going to do from this moment onwards till you go to bed. So that is to-do list. We create the to-do list every single morning, and we follow the to-do list. What happened? When you come back tomorrow, you will declare what is the percentage of the delivery you have done from yesterday, from beginning till end. So that made you more powerful. Then we ended our conversation with a meditation and affirmation. These two things also, it's very powerful, because we need to make our mind calm. We need to make our body, mind, soul, we need to align. So this is the best way you can do to yourself to align these three integral part of your life. So that's what we do every single morning. Then a great Naina born, and she came with this law for exercise, and it was like a game changer for me. Like I really started laughing a lot. And even my wife started asking, oh come on, the early morning, it is it is not a joke. But literally laughing in the early morning really helped me to stay in the game. So laughing exercise is phenomenal. Then these two girls, I really need to bow these two girls who made a tremendous impact. Because again, after 1 month, when we started the mastermind, I had a challenge, like running from regular 5 a.m. to mastermind. We started a mastermind group as well. So Rachel and Anida, you are the absolute superstar of this 5M club as well. Because last, I think almost like 2 months, which is after 30 days, they run the whole show. They were the trainers, they were the people behind the screen, they were preparing the presentations. So these two people, I really bow my head, and I have lots and lots of gratitude to you, because all the numbers who come in the early morning is definitely because of your consistency. And they also completed 100 days. They started with me in the day first. So finally, I would like to thank people who are all stood with me at the same time. I'm just remembering all of you. I'm not putting your name, but You're all there in my heart, and definitely I would like to thank two more people. One is Robin Sharma, who created this 5am club idea. So I have lots and lots of gratitude. If you would have not created a very structured way, we would have not started. We may be still struggling what to do. You know, the discussion is endless, right? So let me give a lot of gratitude to you, just giving this concept of waking up early, doing together. And finally, to my wife, who stood with me all of these days. I know she's in the line, and supported me, you know, before I wake up. Sometime, you know, I also get late sometime. You know, Faisal, it's already 4:45, get up, go, people will be waiting, you know. So sometime, that's an endless support. So I have no words to express my gratitude to Jisni, who stood with me these 100 days, and who make me to wake up, and also sit with me every single day, because I sit in the hall and sit in the room, and she also practice the 5am club rituals every single morning. So I have a lots and lots of gratitude to you, to stood with me and standing with me and helping me to make lots of positive changes in people, like 186 now, and more or less there are 2000 plus people attended our 5am club during this 100 days. All right, and finally, let me invite someone really, really special. Maybe Santosh will invite, but still I would like to share a few words about this person. 20 years back, I met him. I met him in one evening with my mom. I was crying. I was hopeless. I was even told by many people, now this guy is really short-tempered. He cannot really make a huge difference. But I strongly believe I can make something really unique. It took really, really long years, but this person made lots and lots of changes in my life. He's my teacher, who I met when I was a failed batch student in 10th standard, and his name is Said Haris. So his words inspired me to do whatever I'm doing today. It took, this whole 20 years, he's there with me. Everywhere I go, I follow his words. He's a voracious reader. He made me to read. He made me to think. He made me to go beyond think out of the box. He made me to, be humble. He made me to think how to touch others. So he's my teacher, still my teacher. He is my inspiration. He's my mentor. He's my coach to my wife. Many people, whoever I know, I'll tell them, you want a solution in your life, here is a number, contact him, have an engagement with him. Then professionally, he help people to speak English. That's what he do. He's a professional English speaking course teacher. But more than that, when he teach between that, that's what I tell people, between that English course, you will see who really you are. Now, that's what he do in between. So definitely, I remember you as well. And let me hand over this conversation to Santosh.
Thank you so much, Faisal. That shows how much you have inside your heart. I wish I could open your heart and see how many people are there, and I know probably who are there. At the same time, you are there in the people, so many people's heart, and I can absolutely go and see you are sitting in so many people's heart. I'm not sure if Disney is really happy about that. No, other side, okay, we are Sayed sir. You will be speaking tomorrow, because if you can say a couple of words, because Faisal mentioned about you. I know you were a angry young man. He was a angry young man, and something like that. So I want to hear, but probably just a couple of minutes today. We want to hear from you again tomorrow. But go ahead, sir. Say that, sir.
Good morning, all.
Very good morning, sir.
So, Faisal, thank you very much. Still, you're keeping there deep inside your heart. And when history, I think last night, so I got a message from Faisal and sending me the agenda. You are there 5 minutes, speaking there for 5 minutes. I was not expecting that. and asked him, what should I say? Usually I don't ask him, but I just accept the invitation. I asked him yesterday, what would I say? What should I say? And his message was anything from the heart. And that's a privilege I used to get usually. You speak from the heart. And that's a problem why I never stick to time. We have always some type of tug of war in the Bookery Club. When I ask for a speech vote of thanks, usually my vote of thanks is lengthier than the keynote speaker. So it is Santosh and Renira always there making fun of that. And last time I took a revenge upon them. I went for a story for 90 seconds, and Santosh put the he certified that you finished that in 88 seconds first time. So now I am afraid of all these agendas, sticking on to 5 minutes, because when you speak from the heart, I can never stop. And though Faisal called me as an English trainer, I was an English teacher. But when I came to this 5M club, I found a lot of people because who are being brought up with speaking English. I was not like that, a person like that. I grew up in a village in Kerala. I just spend my time with a lot of people who even cannot write their mother tongue properly. So I was not speaking to anybody here, only to myself. So I have a lot of flows in my FLAWS, in my language. But still now when this corona came, I had to put on wear on that shirt of, or that costume of English trainer again, because I went jobless 6 months back. Institutions, I have got 4 institutions all closed for the 6 months back. But I was not the man to say no. I was enjoying, and my my motto was no retreat, no surrender. Even my Onam poster was like that: no retreat, no surrender. So whatever it is, going forward. And in between came Faisal's call one day. Yesterday I was talking about that, and that also what I was stepping into an untrodden path. So that was again another into, and all this Faisal and Yash. That's the first time I met Yash. I didn't know anything about all this empowerment talk around. I know Zoom. Even Faisal was teaching me what Zoom is. Later on, I went to teach somebody else what Zoom is. Still, I'm inviting people onto platforms on Zoom, Google Meet, and all. So thank you very much. So when someone would ask me what 5 Club is, because I have brought many here from Qatar. There's a guy attending. In Qatar is 5:30 means 5 a.m. means it's 4 a.m. there, and every day he attends here Altaf Nuruddin. And after that he comes to join my English sessions. Then he comes to go to life skills classes. So I would like to say what 5 Club is: outstanding content, consistent results, nothing else. So rough conditions bring precious gifts. So it all began with the roughest and toughest times of our life. We were locked down physically, but I understood. I was not the only person to just let loose. And this Faisal Yash, and I love that Yash smile always. That's one thing. The moment I came onto a moment talk, I have been witnessing, and I envied many times the way he present things, very cool. From a friendly talk, this next moment he will be going on, when he's going on air, he is something different. So physically locked down, but someone started breaking those fetters. So then came the 5 a.m. and I was there on the first day. And after 60 days, I was continuously there. Then I came to the senior masterminds group with Roy Sir, Maroof and all, Sadiq, the 11 of us. And this was a great journey for me personally, because it taught me a lot of lessons. I was trying, and Faisal always told me that, sir, you don't know your potentials. Come out. You don't know your potentials. Don't keep it to yourself. And then I was giving lessons on podcasting to many of you there, Tulika, Aisha, Sapita. I was wondering, and one day I messaged her. She didn't ask me anything. Jayashri, not Jayashri Chekumar, the Jayashri. I told her, you should take care of your voice. It is she has good, because I went through such issues in my life, voice therapy and voice vocal cord issues. So those times, in 2-3 months back, those people were nothing, because I didn't know any of this, because it was a sincerity coming out of my teacher inside me. So I understand that I cannot run away from myself wherever I am. So it has been a family trip for me. It's a family trip. So Faisal taught it. and we caught it. That's what I would like to say. Faisal thought it and we caught it, and Faisal sought it and we shot it. The 5am 80, two bookery clubs, young 80, and whatnot. And I'm very blessed that I've always got a privilege as Faisal sir. I don't know whether other people would be envying me because he always gave me a privilege. Harris sir, what do you have to say? 20 years of teaching, 20 teacher. Every word he is trying to, he's giving a special push, a space there, everybody. Especially Faisal. Santa, I call him Santa. There is a special type of attachment between Santa. I've never seen this guy only other than only this through this channel, nothing else. But there is a special type of communication going between us. And some other people also here. I did everything for the first time on this ET platform. First online talk, my first book review in English, and my first book review in Malayalam comes this Friday. And I saw Srini sir here, so waiting for you there. So with all these years of experience, still I'm sometimes getting a little bit nervous when I speak of all these first time things. So for me, the takeaways from this 5M Club was 3S: silence, solitude, and stillness. You have to be still sometimes and think, reflect, be. So wonderful journey with you all people here. I have written down something because when speaking of the heart, we miss some main points. So what for last day I was noting down these things, points to ponder, because what 5M Club is providing here. There are 7 points I have written here. If you treat yourself well, others will treat you well too. A happy, balanced life starts with self-belief and vision. Recognize that being assertive and positive helps you sharpen your focus. Dedicate your valuable time to your real priorities, your to-do list. Review your purpose regularly so that you remain focused, goal setting. Challenge every obstacle that you encounter. See that small changes make a big difference. These are the takeaways, or this is what 5M Club is promoting to all these people. And when I heard about Rachel and Anita, I said, how could you stay 100 days continuously without missing one day? And that is real dedication. That is real commitment. So Lamia Rashid asking Kari sir, contact details, please. Okay, you'll get it first. So this all these lockdown days, I'm coming to my education lockdown started on March 9th, and it's going to be this 9th. It will be 6 months continuously, 6 months. I don't know how just I would suffer. Yesterday I got a call from a message from Qatar, my friend, my former staff, asking me, sir, I know your institution's closed. Asking me if you do have any financial difficulties. Don't feel bad to ask me. Look, that's what I have created. Only that much. Never took business into this. I am doing business. I know I went from 8:30 onwards. I'm taking classes. I'm charging a little bit of fees also. But apart from that, there is what do you call that? A type, certain type, another type of connection between people. So different type of commitment. That's what you have been doing with 5M Club. Volunteers, a lot of volunteers here, Sina, Shaichal, a lot of people here. Could see the list always. And I sometimes I feel bad because I was not on that. But still I say that if I was, I won't be able to stick like that. I'm not a person like that. Every day I cannot be there. Even in English Bookery Club, sometimes I miss it. So owning the morning, that is what we are doing. Owning the morning so that we can on the rest of the day. So 60 minutes of powerful energy. That has been 5M Club. And telling people do more to be more. So if someone is going to win the day, he's the one who is going to win his life. Setting one intention for the day. Answering the question, why did I wake up today? Why did I wake up today? What's my intention? So most people don't start their day as we did. Most people. And that makes this community, I call this as an extended family of this community special. But we 5Mers, we do not belong to that most people. We are the minority. And that's a magic. The minority making the trend, bringing the trend. That's great. We say that majority desires the rule, democracy and all, but here minority making the result. So this is a magic. So just a beginning compared with last 100 days. It is 10. I remember the first time it was, I think, 24 or 34 number of people here. I remember. And it extended to 10 times almost. So all those people. But I don't. If I missed any name, it's not a vote of thanks session. I know, but still I have to just give that much due respect to people. And the person with that soothing voice, experimental. I sometimes wonder how this person is doing all those things, fully 100% into what she does. And once I took her into my English and life skills platform, learning platform one day, she speak that, I asked, request her, can you come? Within 5-10 minutes, I got a reply, I can. Just wait. And Jayashri also came there once. Kirtana came there once. So Dr. Smita, that's great. 100 days, either your presence, physical presence, or your voice, it has been there. So I envy such people because I'm not that much a continuous person, fully committing to something. Sometimes I feel not fed up. It's not disappointed. I'm a person from my school days also. It was like that. I was not sticking on to everything. I will be going to new things and experimenting. Might be a different person. Anyway, thank you very much, all of you, because here in this village, I get an opportunity to interact with you, see you, and getting appreciations. And just I got a privilege to be to be informed or introduced myself as Faisal's teacher. I don't know how I have done. I don't remember that I have done that much to him. I don't remember, but he showed this passion then also. He was a little bit mad, crazy. Still, I think it is there, running fully after everything what he takes. And sometimes I used to scold him. You should not show this much. I don't want this much. So let me conclude saying that compared to the last 100 days, we have grown 10 times. But compared with the next many 100 days from now, we are still a baby. I'm not discouraging you. These lines are not mine. This I got from an interview by Jack Ma. You know Jack Ma, who is it? So, miles to go before we sleep. That's too not mine, by Robert Frost. So keep going, keep growing, and let us tread the untrodden paths. More still to come, still to expect from you all. So love you all, love you. Because when Faisal asked me to speak from the heart, this is the only way I can speak. I miss the flow sometimes. So thank you very much. Thank you, Faisal. Thank you, Yash. Thank you all. Thank you, Santa. Love you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Syed. So I know how much love you have for everybody. I have heard you first time on the empowerment talks talking about emotional intelligence, and I was thinking, who is this guy? And I think within few minutes I connected with that.
Santosh, just a minute. Just can I share a 1 minute that story I shared there? If I am out running out of the agenda, I'm sorry. That
Yeah, we are 25 minutes late.
okay,
So
okay, no problem, no problem.
I
I
have
shall
couple
send
of
this. Yeah,
I have couple of guest speakers waiting. That's the
sure,
one.
sure, 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 sure. No
Okay.
problem. No, I'll understand. No problem.
I mean, you know me. I didn't need to say anything. I love you so much.
Thank you.
Okay. We are extremely sorry, guys. There have been speakers waiting, so I don't take too much time. I would like to introduce today's host. Of course, most of you know her, but still, it is my privilege and honor to introduce her, and that's the minimum what I can do for her today. And yes, of course, she is a happiness strategist, life and happiness coach, working from the perspective of 360-degree of holistic wellness, and have worked with n number of people, helping them to manage emotions, neutralize negative energies, heightening their creative power, and ultimately transforming stress into agility and super performance. She's in Dubai from past 20 years, and she's known as a global ambassador in wellness and health happiness space, popularly known as Happiness Doctor. She has mastered almost 13 disciplines in wellness space. She conducts corporate wellness workshops, employee wellness, one-to-one coaching, and many more things in Dubai as well as across the globe. And she is part of this community from day one, and she is helping people with struggling with emotional struggles, making a positive impact in lives of many. She has received n number of awards, and from locally as well as globally, and lifetime achievement award in holistic and wellness space. That's the most recent one. And without taking much time, I would like to introduce the most beautiful, the most dashing, the most dynamic, the most soothing, and the magical Dr. Smita. Over to you, Dr. Smita.
Why is it so important for you to get up early? Some people don't want it. That's why they don't have it. We don't sleep when we are tired. We sleep when we are done. We don't sleep when we are tired. We sleep when we are done. All of you. How many of you have completed your to-do list for the day? The average millionaire starts his day at 5 a.m. in the morning. Last night, I went to bed at midnight, and in fact, I regularly wake up at 4 a.m. in the morning. I start my day, I do my cardio, then I did my meditation, then I do my morning routine. Normally, that's how I start my work day. Some people have no idea that they have never seen a 5 a.m. Why would you not wake up at 5 a.m.? Because you're too busy sleeping in. You're too tired from the day before. You're taking care of your errands. You're cooking. You're cleaning. You're working. We don't sleep when we're tired. We sleep when we are done. That's right. Too busy hitting the snooze button multiple times. Excuses sounds best to the person that's making them up. And if we can really be honest, many of us won't even be or go to bed at 4 a.m. If we can get up before the rest of the world is awake, right, you get so much done. You're so much productive. Let's take the responsibility to make our lives happen. Let's awaken the beast inside. Wake up at 5 a.m. Wake up at 5 a.m. Let's awaken the beast inside every day from now on. Let's wake up at 5 a.m. So I begin to tell myself, there must be a reason. There must be a purpose. When you have something to do, when you have someone to love, when you have something to look forward to, you get up in the morning. So people who have something to look forward to don't need an alarm clock because they have reasons for being. They have a reason to exist. So if you want to have the best life in the world, when you live on your own terms, you have to pay your dues to get there. You have to pay your dues to get there. You have decided that we are not going to allow our circumstances to decide us or define you. You have decided that you're not going to allow the events, the things, the people, they do not determine who you become. If you do what's easy in your life, the life will be hard. And if you do what is hard, your life is going to be easy. If you want to have more freedom in your life, you need more discipline. And you have no idea, to each and every one out of you here, how far you have come. How far you have come. Today, on this 100th day, and you have no idea how proud I am that you have been consistent here for today, for this century, for this 100 days. You need to be proud of yourself for accomplishing that. Each and every person out here. So let's become who we really are meant to be. Let's all together embrace that success, embrace that glory. The Superman and the Superwoman who you are. Let's all embrace our power position right now. Let's do it. Yes, Tushar. One thing, at the count of 3. All my fire members, you have done it for the last 100 days. You know the drill. the Superman and the Superwoman who you are. You can stand up, you sit down and embrace that power position. Let's do it. Awesome, Mani, super. Those three last words. I promise that I am. No, not enough. I promise that I am enough. I love myself. And to the count of three, the last one, and I am a winner. Awesome. I love this room. Wow. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Wow, Tushar is still going on. Fantastic. I love this room. I love this space. This is our driving force, right? So let's be there. Let's continue. And that's my message for you today. We are all winners, each of us, every one of you out there. How are you feeling today? How are you feeling today? I would like to see it in the chat right now. I need the energy to take you forward. Great, great, congrats. What is the energy you're bringing here today? Excited to start the day. I want to see all of that in the chat, then we move forward. Because you've got something exciting coming by. Fantastic. Wow. Amazing stuff. And before we get on to the chief guests and the exciting performances, let's get to do our cake cutting. Are you all excited? Let's get that ceremony started right now. And before I invite a special person from the special task force, and he's taken away all the Superman names. So before inviting him, let's celebrate the cake cutting with that 100 day. Let's all do it. Let's give ourselves a big round of applause. Let's do it. Big round of applause to each and every one of you. And let's go forward with the cake cutting ceremony. Santosh?
Yes.
Awesome. That's right. So is the cake coming? Santosh is bringing us the cake. Are we all excited? Great. Wow. Till we're waiting for the cake, let me do the introduction for our special guest. Okay? Let's do that. Now it's time to introduce our very special guest, all the way from Chennai, and I'm deeply honored to do this. Dr. M. Ravi, also popularly known as the Rambo Cop. He's an Indian Police Service officer who belongs to the 1991 batch born in Tamil Nadu, Karde, 44RR, 44th batch of regular recruits. UPSC exam is considered to be the king, and 1990, 27th rank All India level joined at 1991 batch of IPS, Indian Police Service. He currently serves as the Additional Director General of Police, Special Task Force. He holds the PhD in Economics from Madurai Kamaraj University. He started his career as a probationary officer in Syndicate Bank in Thiruvananthapuram and later transferred to Delhi. In the next few years, his IPS officer dream took shape. Recently, the last alignment, I would like to mention, since June 2019, he has been working as an Additional Director General of Police, Crime Against Women and Children. That's incredible. Such a noble honor to even just have him in this space with us. And a special drive that also launched by him as against child sexual abuse material, CSAM. He also launched initiatives to prevent child trafficking. Amazing. During the COVID-19 lockdown, Dr. Ravi has taken proactive steps to address the domestic violence, cases and made sure that the women police personnel outreached the victims and settled their grievances. Within 40 days of COVID-19 lockdown, 3,750 cases, 3,750 cases of domestic violence were solved under his leadership. The National Police Academy, he fondly was called Tough Man and Super Cop by the Deputy Director of NPA, Mr. Ramakrishnan IPS, and his batchmates. Additionally, you're popularly known as Rambo Cop as well, Mr. Ravi. You've taken away all the Superman's name. What is left for the rest of the people? Great. Away from the districts, Dr. Ravi has had a share of city postings as Deputy Commissioner of Police, Traffic North Chennai, Joint Commissioner of Police North Chennai, Additional Commissioner of Police Headquarters Chennai, and many, many to go. These things saw many initiatives like e-challans for traffic violations, encounters, video privacy raids, investigation to the Gold Quest Sam, etc. And he's an ardent badminton player. He's a badminton champion since the young age and currently representing India, his team Tamil Nadu, and has been consistently winning all tournaments from National Police Academy, pumping weights at his gyms 5 times a day, and has been a ritual for many years. And that could be the secret behind his six-pack. His other interests are cooking. Nice. Dr. Ravi follows strict routines, be it sleeping, exercising, running, playing, and he practices what he preaches. Let's give a big round of applause to this great man, Dr. Ravi, in the house. Ravi, sir, welcome.
Thank you very much for a very good introduction in the early morning. Thanks for one and all, Manigandan and other friends from abroad. The wellness doctor has really an interesting pep talk so that we will all get motivated. So I think you have been doing a wonderful job in giving your own experience, hands-on and takeaway for all the participants. It will be really useful to improve the quality of life. As one of the speakers told earlier, that even a small change can make you a greater personality. As a police officer, I like to share my experience. See, we have no routine 24/7. Sometimes we have to go for night rounds, not sometimes, actually weekly thrice. Nowadays, as a senior police officer, I may not be doing the night rounds, but earlier when we have been working as Joint Commissioner or DIG, Additional Commissioner, so we have to go for night rounds up to 5:30 in the early morning, from 11 to 5:30. And again, we have to come back for duty at 11 a.m. So hardly we get sleep of 4 to 5 hours. This has been our routine for many, many years. So within that period, we should do everything. We have to look after our health. We have to do exercise and all other daily course or whatever it may be. But definitely I have seen out of my own experience that rising in the early morning is very, very good. And the whole day will be pleasant if you wake up at 5 o'clock or 4:30, or even before that. They call Brahma Muhurtam in Tamil. That is after 3, Brahma Muhurtam starts. But scientifically, after 3, our hormones, actually it is the level of hormone will be higher in the early morning. That is very, very useful and helpful for our growth, mental growth or physical growth, or euphoria or secretion of endorphins and other happy hormones. So what science has classified into two categories, that is the persons who sleep late and the persons who rise early. Night owls and lark. Night owls, they always go to sleep lately and wake up lately. For example, they will go to sleep at 2:30 and wake up at 10 o'clock. Early birds are lark. They go to bed around 9:30, 10 and wake up at 4:30 or 5. Mostly these early birds are lark or the 5 a.m. club, whatever. They're very, very systematic in life, and they're very, very successful people also. At the same time, night owls, the group which go late, the research says that many of the persons who are night owls are very intelligent, but at the same time they have a lot of health problems like this depression, diabetes, obesity, and cardiovascular diseases. So if you see overall, early rising is very, very important for the day to begin. So you can do your exercise, you can do your meditation and other routine things. You can plan well ahead for the day ahead so that you can implement your routine things without any stress or tension. For example, I wake up around 5, sometimes whenever I need the minimum. Actually, we all of us need minimum of 7 to 8 hours of sleep every day. But we can't afford, as a police officer, I can't afford to that. I sleep for 5.5 hours to 6 hours. I wake up at 5, sometimes 5:30. My first routine is the moment I wake up, drink 1 liter of water. I drink 1 liter of water, warm water, every day, immediately after waking up. For information, without brushing your teeth, you have to drink water. So every time, I brush before going to bed. So when you brush in the night, early morning, you can drink water without brushing, because a lot of enzymes get secreted in our mouth. That enzymes should go into the stomach. So that is a good way of drinking water in the early morning, which will refresh you throughout the day, hydrate you throughout the day. Whenever I missed the early morning water, the day I felt, most of the days I felt were not that much pleasant. Something, always I felt that something I missed if I missed the morning. 1 liter of water. That is, after 1 liter of water, then all these morning rituals will be done. And then I go for walking. See, many times, as a police officer, we are supposed to read newspapers. I have seen the reading newspaper in the morning is not good practically. So the morning you wake up and do exercise. Once if you see the newspapers or start reading the newspaper, then you are totally lost to the newspaper and you will forget about your exercise and other things. So complete your morning exercise immediately after drinking 1 liter of water. Then you'll be very peaceful, and the day, you'll be beaming with energy, enthusiasm. That is very, very important. Sometimes, suppose if you do not, in this COVID situation, if you are not able to walk outside, you can walk inside the room. You can do yoga, you can do meditation, static exercises, or whatever. If you have cycle, static cycle, you can do. Or simply in a small room also you can do. you can keep on walking for half an hour. So these are all the benefits of early rising. And my office, routine anytime. So the morning itself, around 6:30, we'll start getting phones about the daily situation report, what we call as DSR, daily situation report. Whatever happened the previous day will be briefed by our officers, so that accordingly we have to take action for the next day. Then morning breakfast is very, very important. Sometimes some people skip the breakfast. So that is very important. You take more of proteins rather than carbohydrates. But one thing, my routine diet for the last 25 years have been the breakfast. I used to have only fruits, 5 types of fruits. I used to take any fruits, and 5 varieties. For example, apple, this kiwi, I never missed this kiwi for vitamin C, kiwi, apple, this pomegranate, fig, and whatever the seasonal fruits available, then I will take. And papaya have been consistently, I have been taking the papaya fruits because it has digestive enzyme. It is very good for health, and also vitamin A. So you, even if you do not take fruits for breakfast, at least any time during the day, you have to take some fruits. That is very, very important, because it not only provides nutrients, but also the fibers. In addition to that, it gives other health benefits. So fruits are very important. Other health benefits, I mean, that is, I don't want to go too technical. It is alkaline food. We need alkaline to the body. So all these fruits, raw fruits, vegetables are alkaline in nature. So every day, ensure that you take at least 1 bowl of different colored fruits, so that you get your daily requirements. And this COVID-19 will never touch you if you have good immune system. For immune boosting, all these foods will boost your immunity. So sometimes if I do not wake up at 5:30 or 5 o'clock, if I go for night rounds, then I have to come and sleep at only 5:30. So whenever I sleep at 5:30 and wake up at 10:30, 11, the day would be very, very, kind of depressing, as if feel I lost something. The energy level will be low. Therefore, even if you sleep late, you maintain a routine. You wake up at a particular point of time. As wellness doctor said, that your circadian rhythm will automatically wake you up. There is no need for alarm from cell phone or some other thing. Your circadian rhythm, that makes you, there is a bio clock is there in each and every person. That bio clock will alert you at particular point of time. You will wake up. So that is your the brain. So what you should do is, you should approach the day with positivity. The morning, whatever they pray, our friends, our Islam friends, they pray 5 times. That's a kind of good. It's not only give mental strength, but also a kind of meditation. When you pray the Lord, when you pray the God, it gives mental strength and energy, the spiritual energy. So that is also very important. So all our friends, most of the friends who are listening, they'll be, I think, definitely they'll be waking up at 4:30, go for morning prayer. So that gives a lot of energy, and spiritual, mental, and physical. All these energy will make you perfect, and whatever you perform, that will be done with perfection, and you will not get any kind of disease. And another thing is, whatever you eat, whatever you do, I told the health involves the physical, mental, social. Therefore, you have to be stress-free. If you want to be stress-free, then you should think positively. See, everything is temporary, nothing is permanent. We are all mortals, we are not immortals. Whatever the physical, whatever the physique, whatever the, everything will one day is going to perish. We are perishable commodity like vegetables. So our self-life differs. For vegetables, it has particular time. For medicine, it has shelf-life is particular time. We have also our own shelf-life. It is everything is pre-programmed. The God has pre-programmed us at what time we have to have kind of disease or what time our life ends. But at the same time, even though it is all predestined, we should not give the scope for any decay. So we have to be perfect. So if God gives everything, so we can't. So even if you want to reach the God, we should try ourselves. We should be systematic and we should do the things perfectly. Then only the God will help. Therefore, be systematic, and early risers are really systematic people and they're very positive people. Nothing will touch them provided you do the things perfectly. And we have to struggle for early rising, we have to struggle against ourselves. Yeah, really, it will be very nice to sleep for a longer time. And particularly in the early morning, we will feel sleepy and we want to sleep for hours together. But we have to struggle against ourselves to wake up. And if you follow it for 48 days, definitely then it will become habit formation occurs. So then you will never give up. That is what generally all books and researchers say, that anything to be followed continuously for 48 days so that it will become a habit. So the right habit formation is very, very important. So we can take even the life coach like Dr. Wellness, all their ideas, their experiences can be imbibed so that we can improve the quality of life. See, during this COVID time, I think it's more than 6 months, almost 6 months, so 180 days. But we police officers have been doing the so all participants are already aware of everything, and definitely it is helping me also, this program, so that I can be always early risers, even without even without sleep also. I will try to wake up at 5 o'clock, even limited sleep. Let me experiment this, because see, to be healthy, at least minimum 6 hours sleep is needed. We can't afford to 8 hours sleep. But limited sleep will spoil the health. But definitely the early morning rise, even if you do not sleep in the previous night, with the limited sleep, if you do meditation and yoga, that limited sleep also will make or give a lot of energy, enthusiasm, and other things. So, my dear friends, thank you for this great opportunity, particularly Manigandan and other organizers who have been doing this excellent job. So, you'll be having a lot of routine to do now. Yesterday was Onam, and I think Onam is being celebrated, and friends from Kerala and other parts of India are watching. Thank you very much. You make slight change. You take daily, every day fruits. Don't forget to take fruits, and do at least for 10 minutes meditation, breathing exercise, and 5 days in a week physical exercise, cardio, respiratory fitness. For that, you have to go for 30 minutes walking, jogging, cycling, or anything. And balanced food like protein, carbohydrates, and fat with limited quantity. And nobody can touch you, including this COVID-19 virus, will never touch you. And be always positive. The mind only, ultimately mind, whatever the physical strength is there. If you do not have the mental strength, then you will tend to fail in everything. So this too shall pass. Everything is a passing cloud. That kind of approach you should have always. So this is a COVID-19 situation, is a negative situation. So that means if you are having COVID positive, then life will be a little difficult for the period. But be at this point of time, be negative for COVID-19, but be positive in your approach and mind. Thank you, my dear friends. Thanks for this great opportunity for sharing few of my ideas. And also, I have learned something by watching the Dr. Wellness and other speakers. Thanks a lot. Bye. See you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ravi. Thank you for that amazing insights on the significance of 5 a.m., right from Brahma Muhurta to its science, to its practical applications,